No. Now, do we classify Gary players? Did he have a little bit of a rant?
I think he had a little bit of a brain fart.
Okay. What did he say?
Isn't he 90 years old?
He doesn't look it, to be fair to him. That's the one thing you can give to him. What did he do? What did he say?
Okay, so Gary Player said in a recent interview that he thinks he is in the top 3 players of all time.
Okay.
He said,
back yourself.
He said, well, back yourself. He said, and I quote, Jack is number 1, Tiger number 2, and I'm number 3. There's not even a question.
Not even a question.
Player gave Nicholas the edge over Woods mainly for having more major wins, 18-15, and for more major runner-ups, 19-7. Of course, that's a pretty common take, and just about anyone would have some order of Tiger or Jack in the top two slots.
Yeah.
But Gary Player put Gary Player third.
Okay.
This is what he said. I think this is in Golf Digest. When they judge players, it's quite interesting. They put Bobby Jones and Arnold Palmer ahead of me, the South African said. You can't tell me that an amateur golfer has a record that I have in golf. His record is not close to mine. You look at Arnold's record, it's not close to mine. I won more majors than Arnold. I won more tournaments than Arnold. I won more senior majors. My strokes average were better. He didn't have the record.
Right. Okay. I mean, at least he puts forward a good case, I guess. He's backing himself with the stats.
Yeah, he's got the evidence.
Which, I love some stats, so I don't mind that.
You do love some stats.
I mean, let's look at it from a perspective. We know that Jack and Tiger is 1 and 2, however order you want to do it. The conversation's always like, obviously Jack's got more, but the eras they played in, I would probably say that Tiger played the best golf ever, and I think Jack had the best career ever. I think that's a bit of a cop out, but if you were to ask me because of eras, obviously I would say Tiger won, but because I got to enjoy watching Tiger a little bit more than Jack, and it's hard to recency bias or whatever you might want to call it. But naturally, again, I think the era that Tiger played in was more competitive and harder to win in, and also has won a lot as well, with 82 times on the PGA Tour or whatever it might be, only behind Sam Snead. So. There's an argument for that, but by the way, this is not even necessarily what we're talking about. Third place, obviously Gary Player's put his name into the hat. You've got, as he's mentioned, Bobby Jones. You've got Arnold Palmer. You've got Sam Snead, as I've mentioned. Yeah. I had a little look for the general gist of what we've got going for. So, as you say, like most people, 1 and 2, Jack, however you want to go for it. Now. One of the ones that I saw a lot put in that third spot was Ben Hogan.
Which would make sense.
Which, again, he won 9 majors. He won 64 tour events. He's still only one of, 5 men now that have won all 4 majors, which I think in itself, having the Grand Slam is it's not even like a tick, it's like a big underlying tick. Like that really elevates you up to the top.
So what you're saying is Rory McIlroy over Gary Player.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. He's the only player to ever win the Masters, the US Open, and the Open Championship in the same year.
Wow. Because even Tiger didn't do that.
Yeah, exactly.
Because he had to wait a full, and that's why they have to use the word calendar.
Yep. He also set the US Open scoring record in 1948, and it wouldn't be broken for 52 years. Yeah. Hogan also had the record for the most consecutive top 10 major finishes with 18.
Wow.
It's, that certainly does throw him up there for sure. Then you've got someone like a Bobby Jones, who obviously is mentioned by Gary Player.
And we're big Bobby Jones fans.
We are big Bobby Jones fans. The problem with Bobby Jones is that he stopped playing golf when he was 28.
He was like, you know what? I've won everything. I'm now going to become a lawyer in Atlanta.
Which is insane. And if you look at a sort of win percentage, I think he played 31 majors and won 13. So
God.
He... But again, we are
half,
still,
nearly half.
I have to kind of caveat all of this with the sense that I've literally just said that Tiger probably nicks Jack because of the era he's playing in. Yeah. And we're talking about people that were playing in 1930.
Yeah, pre World War II era.
Yeah. So, again, it's hard to... You watch and you see the old clips of his Bobby Jones team off of the first tee here, and it's kind of like all in grainy,
wow,
a grainy black and white, and you're
really
not quite
good.
sure of what's going on.
Really
and the swing looks great, but then you're never really sure of actually. But I'd love to have seen it in person.
I'd like them to master Tracer on that.
AI could surely do a job of that.
Oh, here is one. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, and here's one right now. I think the Bobby Jones argument, like I say, is because he didn't play for long enough.
Yeah.
And I think if you add an extra era on top of his game, he God knows how many majors he would have won.
The other thing is that like he represents a type of golfer who we can relate to, which is like he never turned pro. So he was amateur for all of these wins were as an amateur. The era that he played in, the US amateur and the British amateur were considered majors. So tricky to kind of quantify that with nowadays. So I think, you know, that I would wonder if there does need to be an era's breakdown, because in the era that we've been alive, it's no doubt Tiger. But if you were alive, you know, in the 50s, like our parents.
Who was watching? We watched Sam Snead. Tell us.
Yeah, so this is what we'd like you to do. In the comments, comment your age and the best golfer of all time, right? So we want to do a analysis of how old you are, i.e. what year you were born in, and then who you think the best of all time is. Are we going to get people who were born in, and this can be a thing, 2010?
Insane.
Telling us that Scheffler's the best of all time.
Probably.
Based on your era, when you were born, tell us who you think the top three. Tell us who you think the top three in the world of all time golfers. Go in the comments.
So there's a case for Ben. There's a case for Bobby Jones.
Yeah.
Then you've got Sam Snead. Who, as I say, mentioned before, you know, he's won 142 times, which is a lot. 82 of them came on the PGA Tour.
Yeah.
Though the meaningfulness of those wins obviously is the kind of side that maybe has him a bit higher up on the list.
Yeah.
He, as a career and in longevity, and we're now wanting to talk about playing in different eras, he won an event in 6 different decades.
Wow.
Which, you know, is pretty incredible, to be fair.
Wild.
You know, he's still the oldest player to ever win a tour event, and he even made the cut on a tour event at 67. Which is actually quite insane when you think about it.
Who do we know who's sick? My dad's 70. It's like my dad's making a cut at a tour event.
Yep. So there you go.
My dad's pretty good.
He's not that good.
He's a 10 handicap.
He's got 7 major titles to his name. So we're talking about he's won, and I'm saying all the meaningfulness. He still won 7 majors.
Yeah, I mean, listen.
3 Masters, 3 PGAs, and 1 Open Championship. Though he never captured a US Open, which, again, how you want to balance it.
Yeah.
You know, maybe knocks him higher or lower on your list. He played in his first major in 1937 and his last major in 1983. How mad is that?
Lord.
He played in 44 consecutive majors. The longevity is insane.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
And I think some people do put a lot of weighting into that.
Yeah, that's like people will have that argument about Adam Scott.
Yeah.
Or, you know, people who have played every Masters or, you know, have played every, you know, for the last 50 years or whatever.
You think of the argument, you know, just outside of golf, like Ronaldo or Messi or anything like that. Like, a lot of people put Ronaldo higher because he went around and did it in different places. Similar sense as Sam Snead went and won in 6 different eras and, you know, competed with all sorts of different...
Just quickly, can I get your analysis of Ronaldo versus Messi for the camera? I'm going to make this into a short, so make it like a minute long.
Okay. Ronaldo versus Messi. I would say Ronaldo is my GOAT. That's your tagline.
Yeah, good.
Ronaldo's my GOAT. The reason why is, as I've just mentioned, I love the fact that he has gone to multiple different leagues and excelled in all of those different leagues. I think that Messi as a footballer is incredible, and I think probably is the best technical footballer that has ever lived. If you want to argue with me with Maradona, don't know when you're at. I'm arguing with the oldies again, with the boomers. Come at me. Messi is probably the most technical footballer that I've ever seen, but I think Ronaldo, in terms of work ethic, in terms of ability, in terms of being able to score goals across the board, heading, left foot, right foot, volleys, free kicks, penalties, everything. And I just feel that if Messi moved away from Barcelona and played another top 5 league for a couple of seasons, that would have changed my opinion. But that is the reason why. And that's the only thing that I can sway them against. So that's why.
Which one of them do you reckon has a lower handicap?
I think Messi would.
Do you reckon?
I don't know why. I just don't see Ronaldo being particularly glamorous with a golf swing. I don't know.
Messi feels like the guy who, like, turns up late to the club, like he gets to his tee time at the club champs, having been out the night before.
Yeah.
He gets there and he just shoots 3 under, and like casually, it's like, oh yeah, I've only got 2 balls, but we'll be all right.
Yeah.
Goes out there, just draws, fades, low, high. You know, he's got the finesse. He's technically brilliant.
Little lefty. That
Yeah.
Just like,
oh God. Can you just see him? How annoying he would be. And you've grinded for weeks to get there, and he just turns up and batters everyone. Okay, back to golf.
yeah,
Thank
golf,
you.
right? Yeah. Arnold Palmer.
Yeah.
So this is
that's the one that does. This is the big argument.
So again, so like obviously when Palmer's decided that he's put himself 3, he's name dropped Bobby Jones and Arnold Palmer. So he clearly thinks Arnold. Sorry. He clearly thinks that, you know, he these are the 2 that are competing with him in these positions. Yeah. I've already named like 3 other people that could be.
Yeah.
In terms of influential figures in the world of golf, probably none higher. Obviously minus Tiger. He is an icon of the game that just has transcended throughout the years. Like people know who he is. I think just like say because Sam Snead is so long ago and players like that, like it's hard to kind of transition that through. But still, you know, we are talking about a guy that, you know, played in the late 50s, early 60s kind of time. He, as a pure talent, I guess, and this is again where you put your eggs, I guess, in these arguments and conversations of like, what do you weigh and what do you think is the most important thing? Do you go for someone like a Tiger who has played the best golf? Do you go for someone like a Sam Snead who was the best ball striker? Who do you go, you know, longevity, those kind of things? Palmer had 62 tour victories. Again, puts himself right up there. 7 major wins. 4 Masters, 1 US Open and 2 Open Championships. And Palmer finished runner-up in the PGA Championship 3 times, but he never claimed a victory. So again, doesn't have the 4.
Couldn't get it done.
She couldn't get it done.
Yeah.
All of Palmer's major victories came in a 7-year span from 58 to 64, and he dominated during that time. The majority of his top play came in the 60s, and he only won 4 individual tour titles after that.
Right, okay, so
he had a real purple patch, real hot span, but then after, he just started to dovetail a little bit.
Fall off a little.
Now, I'll say the last 3 names. I won't quite go into too much detail, but if you want to kind of add any more names into there, you've obviously got the likes of Walter Hagen. Yeah,
again, eras are completely different.
9 major titles, you know, but playing in the 20s. He's chucked into the same pool of players that I've already mentioned, I feel.
Yeah.
Tom Watson. Again, I always feel, and this is absolutely no disservice to Tom Watson because he is obviously an incredible golfer, and his pedigree at the Open Championship is one of the things that I love about an American coming and playing so well in the Open Championship.
I just win it loads of times.
Just win it 5 times, that's fine.
How many do you want it? 5? You want to do 5?
But I feel like, and it's felt more normal now, but I feel like the opening tee shots at Augusta every year, when he first stepped in and replaced Arnold Palmer, it didn't feel like, it felt like there was these 2 absolute upper echelon golfers, and then just the tee, I don't know, it just didn't, and again, maybe it's just because that 3 had been broken up and it felt a bit weird, but like, even in that perspective, the way I perceived that and viewed it, it was like he's not quite at their standard, which, again, I say, putting Tom Watson in there. And the final one that's got written down, which he's definitely not, is Phil Mickelson.
Yeah. He was unbelievable.
He was unbelievable.
There was a period of time where he could just make a golf ball do whatever he wanted it to do.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't see him in the same conversations as people like... And I guess it comes down to eras again, because his period of dominance and of greatness was kind of tailing off as we were growing up. And Tiger was starting, they challenged each other for a long time.
Yeah.
And then Tiger kind of just went ballistic.
Yeah.
But I just don't see him in the same conversation as the rest of them.
Yeah.
Let us know. You let us know. In the comments, we want to know. We want to know who your top 3 of all time is. It's got to be Jack and it's got to be Tiger, but it's the 3rd place is up for grabs. Gary Player thinks it's Gary Player. You might think it's someone else, and we'd like to know.